Good morning, everyone. Good morning. With full Josh, let's start with today's session on the chapter Principles of Inheritance and Variation, lecture number 1 for my dear topper batch for NEET 2022. And today we are going to do two important sessions, that is basic terminology and Mendel's experiment. Yes, sorry for the technical glitch. It was actually, I just thought the class was at 9:15 and we scheduled the class for 9:15. That's why we started the class 15 minutes later as how we posted in the schedule. So first of all, asking a very big sorry for that. Right now we are going to come back with a bang with in front of you for NEET 2022 batch class 12 with the chapter Principles of Inheritance and Variation, the basic principles, terminology and the Mendels Experiment. And don't forget, today at 11 you will have the second lecture on plan growth and development for NEET 2023 batch, and sharp at 9 p.m. that's a very important session, very important lecture, very important lecture. At 9 p.m. you will have the lecture on the physics paper analysis for 2021 NEET. Okay, in the upcoming days, we'll come up with the analysis of chemistry. We'll come up with the analysis of biology paper as well. Clear? So let's anyway get started. So this is actually the last previous year's NEET or AI PMT subtopic wise weightage and analysis for the principles of inheritance. Actually, we are right now, the thing that's come to your mind also will be the same what I thought right now, right everybody? What is actually the use of this weightage? What is actually the use of this weightage, right everyone? Because this year NJ has changed everything, even the weightage, class wise, topic wise, subject wise, everything they have changed, right? But anyway, let's move forward with this. So guys, the Mendel's laws of inheritance. Okay, the Mendel's laws of inheritance, that is from the law of dominance, incomplete dominance, test cross, monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross and all. You will get what? You will get 20% of the previous year question have been asked from that area. Deviation from mentalism such as linkage, recombination, 22% weightage. Chromosomal theory of inheritance, linkage and recombination, 16%. Sex determination, that is sex determination of humans, insect, grasshoppers, birds, etc. And the genetic disorders is being asked for 32%, especially chromosomal disorders. Okay, especially chromosomal disorder. And guys, this time also they played a trick with you, that is they have not posted any diagram based question, no DBQ this time also, right? So that implies two things. Okay, that implies two things. The first thing is no diagrams are going to be asked in the further years. The second thing, next year there is a chance of asking like how we told this time as well. And they included assertion reason question, one question this time in biology. So that implies the number of questions may increase the next time. Number of questions can increase from next time. Is that clear? Yes. So anyway, let's have to adapt with even the lowest question to the very highest question even. Clear? So those who are watching the session, don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the like button, to share this channel with your friends, all of your friends who are going to participate or going to attend the NEET 2022 examination. Yes, everybody. So let's get started with the important terminologies from this chapter of genetics 1, that is the principles of inheritance and variation. Ready, everybody? So with full josh, let's get started. I think we can move forward with a very high energy, with a full josh, without any kind of internet breakage, I hope. Okay, yes, let's get started. And one more thing I have to tell you is that this coming Sunday, you will have the mega botany test of 45, not 45, 50 questions mega botany test this time. So get ready for that full syllabus mega botany test number 1 this Sunday. You have to attend that. Clear, everyone? So with full josh, let's get into the first term, that is the genetics. So this chapter is all about genetics, right? So what is actually genetics? Genetics is the study of inheritance, heredity, and variation of characters. That is, it can be actually the inheritance of character or heredity or variation. That is, we acquire certain character from our parents. The offspring or the children may acquire different characters from like skin color, like the eye color, then curly or straight hair, color of the skin, eye color, then height, mental intelligence, all those things we develop from our parents. So they are all being inherited. That is, either they will be inherited from the parents to the offspring, or from grandfather to the grandson, or from grandfather to the granddaughter, or whatever. There can be heredity like anyway. Variation means the difference between the parents and the offspring. Sometimes both of your parents will be having curly hair, but you will be having smooth and straight hair. That is actually variation. In your parents, those genes were recessive. The gene for the dominant trait was the gene for curly hair was dominant in your parents. But when it comes to you, two recessive genes from your parents came together in your body. That leads to the formation of straight hair. Right, everyone? Right, everyone? Yes. So, or the study of genes or chromosome is referred to as genetics. What is inheritance? Inheritance means it is a transmission of characters. Okay, inheritance means it's a transmission of character from parents to offspring, and it is the basis of heredity. Guys, very important. You have to take short notes right now along with me itself. And what is the difference between inheritance and variation? Inheritance means those acquired character from parents to offspring, whereas variation means it is a difference between the parents and the offspring. Okay, difference between the parents and the offspring is referred to as what? Variation. Then, for example, I have already told you about different traits, right? So that is referred to as the character. Okay, character and trait, sometimes we use it simultaneously, but these two are two different terms. Kelvin, are you understanding? Anandu, are you understanding everything? Yes. Character means it is a heritable feature among the parents and the offspring. Clear? For example, the skin color. For example, the skin color. For example, the skin color. For example, the eye color. So we are not specifying whether it is blue eye or brown eye or something, right? So they are referred to as a character. Just simply we are talking about the character. And what is a trait? It is actually the variance of a character. The variance. For example, certain people have brown eye, certain people have blue eye. So that is referred to as what? Trait. Clear? I'm not receiving your chats, guys. Are you there? Since you're keeping silent, there is no chat box is remaining silent, or are you posting something and I'm not able to see that? Yes, thank you so much. Yes, now it's visible. Yes, now let's move on with the term alleles. What is meant by allele? For example, last year onwards, we were studying that is capital T, or small t, or capital T, small t, right? So the capital T indicates the trait for tallness. Capital T indicates the trait for tallness, and small t indicates the gene for dwarf. Is that clear? Yes. So the alternate form of a gene is referred to as allele or allelomorph. All these are similar terms. For example, the capital T for tall and small t for dwarf are the two alleles of a gene for the character of height. I'm talking a bit fast because these are very basic terminology, right? From this area you won't get a question will come from Mendel's experiment onwards. This is very familiar for you: homozygous and heterozygous. What is homozygous? Homozygous means capital T, small t. Look, they are looking alike, right? Pure line or true breeding variety, true breeding, the condition in which a chromosome pair carries similar alleles of a gene. So this will look tall, this will look dwarf. Whereas heterozygous means there is two different genes. One will be coding for tallness and other will be coding for dwarfness. Since capital T or tall is the dominant gene, it will get expressed. Clear? The condition in which a chromosome pair carry dissimilar alleles. This is the example. Give me hearts on the screen and let's move forward with the next terminologies. This is just given over here in order to make you understand about the same. Okay, just make you understand about the same, nothing else. Okay, don't expect any question from this area. Okay, don't expect any question from this area. Clear, everyone? So dominant trait, what is dominant trait? We have already discussed the character which is expressed even in the heterozygous condition. It is indicated with the help of a capital letter. It is indicated with the help of a capital letter. Recessive character means the character which is suppressed in a heterozygous condition, and it is indicated with the help of a small letter. Then you know the term difference between genotype and phenotype. Genotype, okay, let's have a code over here, that is geno. That means what? Genetic constitution. Genotype, geno, that means genetic constitution. Phenotype, that means the visible or the pheno, physical character, pheno, physical expression of an individual. Just the phenotype indicates whether the organism is tall or whether the organism is dwarf, whether the organism is white in color, whether the organism is black in color. Like the external appearance is given by the phenotype of that particular organism. Whereas you are telling like the gene over there is capital T, small t, then I will be coming and telling like it's not capital T can also call for the tall. So either the parent contains capital T or capital T, small t. So if you are expressing it in the form of this, that is the genetic constitution, then you can call it as the genotype, or else simply if you're calling them as tall, dwarf, white, black, then yellow, blue-eyed, white-eyed, miniature wings, all those things, then that comes under the phenotype. What is a hybrid? Hybrid is actually the offspring or the individual that is produced by the mating of genetically unlike parents. Clear, everyone? So no questions are going to come from these areas. Can we move with the super amazing part of this chapter? Can we move with the super amazing part from this part? Gregor Johann Mendel, father of genetics. Yes, everyone? Yes, thank you so much. So you know this. I hope up to here is it perfectly fine and clear? Gregor Johann Mendel, the father of genetics. There is no question coming. Sometimes we can expect a question from this father of genetics, but this kind of a simplest question won't come. Okay. So Gregor Mendel conducted some hybridization experiment. Very important this term. He conducted some hybridization experiment on garden pea. Its scientific name is Pisum sativum. Very important. For 7 years. This year is also important, 1856 to 1863. All these are previous year questions. So from a single line, 4 PYQ. If we read the NCERT, we will simply read out this. Just look, that's the importance of this chapter. From a single line, we got how many questions? 4 PYQ question we got. So this year is very important. 1856 to 1863 is very important. I told you that a question will definitely come from the disorders in NEET 2021. And similarly, the question came from the chapter locomotion and movement. Yes, Mysthenia gravis. Right? I hope you remember the same. Yes? Yes. So 1856 to 1863 is the hybridization period or the Mendel's experimental period on garden pea or Pisum sativum. I have provided the PDF of that. I hope you have made that correct. Yes? From sexual reproduction, a very simple question have came. I have taken the chapter very detailed way, and a very simple question came from that chapter. Xenogamy. Certain simple question were there. That was one. Then yes, from different chapters, some simple question have came. Antipodal cell, 7-celled, 8 nucleated. right? We'll anyway discuss that question paper one day. Okay, we'll discuss that question paper one day. Okay, everyone. So at that time, I'll tell you. Certain questions I was very happy to see even because very simple direct questions have been asked. Certain. Yes. So these are the steps which are involved in making a cross in a P. Okay, this is what that is involved in the making of a P. That is first one is selection of the parent. Okay, selection of the parents with two contrasting character. Clear? First one, you have to select a parent. Then look, they have selected a male parent, they have selected a female parent. Okay, then they are emasculating. What do you mean by emasculation? Emasculation means they are removing the anther. Look, they are removing the anther or the male reproductive part. The removal of the anther from one plant to avoid self-pollination. This is the female parent. So now we are taking only what? The female parent only. Clear? Yes. The pollination is the next step. That is a collection of pollen grain from the male parent and transferring those pollen grain into the female. And finally, you are going to collect and germinate the seeds that you obtained. Clear? Clear, everybody? So this is known as the Mendel's laws of inheritance or Mendel's hybridization experiment. So the first step is the selection of pea plant. Next is emasculation, then pollination, then collection and germination. Collection and germination. Yes? Yes. This table, we can expect a question. There are 7 true breeding variety. 7 true breeding variety. You have to study what are these 7 characters. Then you have to study which is dominant and which is recessive as well. Done? Can we move with that? Yes. First one is the stem height. Tall is the dominant, dwarf is the recessive. Tall is the dominant and dwarf is the recessive. Second one is a flower color, violet dominant, white recessive. Flower position, axial dominant, terminal recessive. Pod shape, inflated, constricted. Inflated, constricted. Yes, Debajit, this was there in your class 10th as well. Pod color, that is green is the dominant color, yellow is the recessive. You will get confused with the pod color and seed color. Pod color green is the dominant and seed color yellow is the dominant. For seed shape, round is the dominant, wrinkled is the recessive, and for seed color, okay. Guys, simply you remember pod green. Oh my god. Simply you just remember using this code, that is a pod green. So whenever you talk about the term pod color, the green is the dominant. So pod green is the dominant. So automatically you will get the next one. Seed color, the yellow will be dominant. Okay, everyone? Very important. Don't get confused with these two things. So pod green is the dominant. You'll get a single question from this area as well. So, okay guys. So that marks the end of today's session. So this is going to be our first lecture for principles of inheritance and variation. Sharp at 11, you will have the session on plant growth and development. Lecture number 2, and at 9 p.m. you will have the physics 2021 paper analysis. Okay, Calvin, I hope now it's perfectly clear and fine for everybody. We have taught only a very simple portion today, just 5 to 6 slides only we taught today, and that's about the important terminology and about the genetic experiment. This is the only area from where you can get a question. So take up NCRT book, read up to the portion still over here, take up your MCQ solving book, solve the MCQs from these area. Be ready with the next part. The next lecture we will be solving on the inheritance of one gene or the monohybrid cross in the next class. Okay, everyone. So bye bye. See you everyone with the next class on the next day. Okay, everybody. Bye bye. See you sharp at 11 with plan growth and development.